in, you're already going to start clapping, and you don't stop till he grabs the microphone. Make some noise for the one, the only notorious BFG.
I'm notorious BFG. It stands for bald fat guy. But today, I guess I could be bald fat gringo. And it's going to change in the next day to bald fat grandpa, because it was my son and his wife's due date today. It's going to be a little late. It's her first child. So notorious, let's hear it for notorious bald fat grandpa, the first one. Boy, cheap way to get applause, right? I've been married 32 years to a beautiful Mexican lady. 32 years. Anybody here married more than 30 years? Oh, there's a few. I'm going to tell you all the secret of people who are working on it to be married 32 years or that long. First, you find somebody who, when they walk into the room, you just get thrilled. It just overwhelms you. Got to have a good sense of humor, and they got to recognize and acknowledge and accept your faults. Then you hope the three of them never meet. Now, I've been married 32 years to this woman, but it's not my first marriage. I've been married 3 times before, but I've never been divorced. How does that happen? My first wife died from eating poison mushrooms. My second wife died from eating poison mushrooms. My third wife, any guesses? No, fractured skull. Yeah, she wouldn't eat the damn mushrooms. Yeah, but even after 32 years, we occasionally have a fight. We were having a fight once. She told me that if I was ever going to grow as a person, I'd have to learn to embrace my mistakes. So I gave her a big hug. Oh, yeah, that didn't sit too well. Oh. So I knew I was in trouble, but I also knew that to get in her good grace, I'll do something. I know she wanted to go to Europe. So I got a map of Europe, and I got a dart. And I went into the kitchen, hung the map of Europe on the wall, and told her, honey, wherever you hit with this dart, that's where we're going to take our vacation. Oh, and she was thrilled. And so next summer, we're going to spend a week behind the refrigerator. This crowd okay with... well, let's get the crowd involved. I have a little bit of psychic ability. Way back when I had a girlfriend who had psychic ability, and she was so good at predicting the future that she broke up with me before we even met. So I'm going to ask some participation. I'm going to read somebody's mind. Coming here, I understood that there was a beautiful young lady in the front row who I could read her mind. And I see one right over there. Will you help me out, ma'am? Okay, I'm going to ask you to think of a number between 1 and 1,000. Keep it to yourself, okay? I have your answer because I'm going to read your mind. I already wrote it in this folder. Let's see. Yep, that's the one. Okay, you ready? Ready. Is it 246? Yes or no? No. Is that her answer? Was it 246? No? As predicted. Her answer is no. I consider myself a fairly generous person. Last year, I actually donated a kidney to a 14-year-old girl. Yeah, she was very appreciative. Her family was very appreciative, but the hospital got really weird with me. They wanted to know where I got it. Now, a little PG on this one, so I hope it doesn't go over the line. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my crazy family. My grandmother once bragged that she gave a hand job to Albert Einstein. Yeah, she said it was a stroke of genius. Okay, that wasn't too bad. She also lived to be 94 years old, and you know, it was amazing. She never needed glasses. No, never needed glasses. Always drank straight from the bottle. And my grandfather, when my grandmother eventually passed away, we thought he was a little depressed, so my brother and I decided my brother and I decided that we should give him some entertainment for the evening. So we went out and got a sex worker, took her up to his apartment. He said, "Wow, guys, who's your beautiful friend?" And she said, "My name's Angelique, and I'm here to give you super sex. Super sex." And he thought for a second. He said, "Okay, I'll take the soup." Well, here's one for you. My sister was a librarian, and what used to make her crazy is that when people came in and borrowed books on suicide, they never brought them back. And she also had a cat, but then she had a baby who was allergic to the cat. So she put the cat down. I said, "That must have been horrible for you." And she said, "Yeah, I know, but the cat was sleeping 20 hours a day. What's another 4? Okay, try this one. My brother became a legend in the little town that we grew up in northeastern Pennsylvania. At 14, he managed to sleep with a teacher. Yeah, sleep with a teacher at 14. It was controversial because he was being homeschooled. Oh, groaners. I like groaners. My dad had decided that after having 4 kids, he'd have a vasectomy. So he went into the hospital to have a vasectomy, and unfortunately there was a complication, and they had to remove both his testicles. Yeah, both of them. And they were a little concerned that if they woke him up and tell him that, he was going to be justifiably upset. So they woke him up and they said, "We're sorry, sir. There was a complication, and we had to remove both your testicles. But your vasectomy is fine." He goes, "Well, I don't care about that. You had to remove both my testicles. That's unacceptable. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue the hospital. And now I'm going to break your jaw." And the doctor kind of smiled and said, "You ain't got the balls." Oh, I get all these groans. I don't know. Groans are good. I guess at least it's a reaction. Okay. Well, one more family joke. My wife's sister had a daughter. Well, she still has her. But she was acting in a kind of demonic way. And so my sister-in-law hired a priest to do an exorcism. And it worked. The girl calmed down. Problem was, my sister-in-law didn't pay the priest. So her daughter got repossessed. What? More groans. What? Well, I don't know. We'll see that. Well, how about a couple of... Boy, with the groans, they groaned me right out of the material. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, since I'm kind of out of the material, I'll finish it up with this. I'm on all the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, what are the other ones? Instagram, Facebook. Well, wherever they are, I'm on it, okay? But I did something last week. I'm really proud of it. I finally got it done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you look me up, Ed Wallison is Notorious BFG. I finally posted my sex tape. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's a fabulous one-man show. Well, with that, I'm Notorious BFG. I'm so glad to be here. Hopefully I'll be here next month. Thank you for your attention, and stay tough, everyone.
Make some noise for the Notorious BFG. That's up. Yep. Yes, indeed. All right, folks, we're going to keep this comedy show rolling right along. Our next comedian for you is from Houston. I want you to start clapping, and you make some noise right now.